Hello everyone, so today we are going to do Lead Code Daily Challenge, House Robber 3. So basically, this is one of the variation of House Robber 1 and House Robber 2. In House Robber 1, we were having a question in which we were required to skip the adjacent houses, and that was in the form of array. House Robber 2 I hadn't done yet, but about the House Robber 3, here we are given with a tree. So basically, this question is a question of TP on tree, but let us first try this by using recursion on the tree, because we won't be using any sort of TP in this. We would be directly using by doing recursion on the tree. So now, here the question simply says that we two directly linked houses were broken into the same night. Then at that point, the police would be alerted, right? So that's why we are required to choose those houses which are not directly linked, means those are not directly linked. And second thing, we need to maximize our profit, or basically not profit but money, maximize the money. So these are the two conditions which we are required to fulfill in this particular question. So as we would be doing this by recursion, so let me give that how we can do it. So basically, we would be having our base case, which would be, I guess, by this I won't be able to explain. So let me explain you by C. So means let me explain you with example, then I will be going towards it how I would be solving by recursion. So for that fact, first we are given with this example. We are having this 3, right? So when we choose this 3, so we can choose 2 and we can't choose 2 and 3 because it is directly linked. We can only choose 3 and this one because it is not directly linked, right? So it will be simply returning this as answer, which will be 7. And if I don't choose the root node, then I would be simply choosing 2 and 3, right? So it will be returning as answer 5. But out of these two options, the maximum of these two is 7, right? So 7 would be returned as answer. So let's take another example. The other example which is given here is this one. So in this case, if we choose this 3, then we can choose this and this. The 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. Then 8 would be returned, and if we choose this part, that is 4 plus 5, then 9 would be returned. And 9 is greater, so our 9 would be returned as our answer, right? Here the thing was that all were having same levels of nodes, right? Let me take one more example, which will simply change the thinking of doing this question. So if in this question only we are having one more node, say we are having a node here as 100, right? So what should be its answer? If we think in that term, so surely we would be required to choose 100 so that our money could be maximum, right? So how we would be choosing? We will be choosing 100. Then with 100, one is linked, right? So we won't choose this one, but we can choose this 4, right? Then 3 won't be chosen, 5 won't be chosen, but 1 can be chosen, and 3 again could be chosen. No, 3 here can't be chosen because it is directly linked with 4, but 1 can be chosen. So in this case, our answer would be 400 and 1. So this could be our answer because here 3 is simply linked with 4, right? But again, Here 3 is linked with 4, but rather than 1, 5 could be taken here. So our answer could be simply like, if we are given with this 100, then 100 would be chosen, 4 would be, and then 5. So our answer would be simply like this. If one more node would have been there, so rather than choosing 5, then we would have chosen 6 and 1. Then 5 won't have been chosen. So that's why it is not necessary that we would be choosing something like this. It is only given that we are required to return maximum from every subtree, and we are required to return that maximum, and then those maximums should be linked with each other. That's why here, if 6 was also given, then rather than choosing just 5, we would have chosen 6 and 1, 4 and 100 for giving us the maximum money as the answer. So this was the thing here. Now comes the part that how we can solve this question using recursion. So for recursion, we are always required a base case, the options which we are required to choose, the recurrence relation, and what we would be returning at the end. So as per the question, we are first required to go ahead with options, right? So we are having just two options. Either we would be robbing the present node or we won't be robbing the present node. So this simply means when we are required to rob the present node, then we will be simply including the root node, which is our present node, and we would be choosing its grandchildren. That is rob max variable, which I would be using in the code. Don't drop present simply means that we won't be including our present node, but we would be including our children of that particular root. So this I would be including in the not drop max. Then comes the part of the recurrence relation which I would be using. So our recurrence relation would be simply like that for traversing the left subtree and for traversing the right subtree. And while traversing the left subtree, I would be simply checking for the left node where left node max would be there, basically those nodes which I am not choosing, and the right node max, basically those nodes which I am not choosing. Here, this simply means that I am choosing the present node, and this simply means that I am choosing the present node of the right subtree. Means whatever root is there, I would be choosing its left node and its right node, right? And this is past, so that I'm not choosing the present left node and right node. So at a single point, we would be having few values which will be indicating that am I choosing the present node or not. And then at the end, I would be returning whatsoever answer I would be getting from both of these options. I would be returning the maximum out of them. So this is how the recursive solution would be like. So let me walk you through the code. So basically, what I have done is this was the main function where root node was being given to us, and then okay, so for simplicity, we are having this without root. So I have simply taken a without root variable, and then I'm simply passing to this helper function, and I've taken this root, right? So then what I would be doing is that I'll first check. This is basically our base case. I'll simply checking that if root doesn't exist, then I'll simply return 0. This would be the case when we are simply having, when we would be simply at this point, when we will reach null. then it will be simply reaching the base case and it will return 0 here. And here also when it reaches null, then it will return 0, right? So that's a, when it reaches this particular point, then it will be returning simply 0. Then we are having left not drop max and right not drop max. They are initialized as 0 at every recursive point. Then for the left subtree, basically for left subtree, and this is for right subtree. Then due to this left subtree only, it will be simply going towards the left side, and when it simply comes back after hitting the base case, then this right subtree function would be called. So it will be going here. That's why a right subtree function, that is right max, would be called here. And then again it will be hitting the base cases, then it will come back, and then again it will return, and here again right max function would be simply called. But in these cases only, we are having these two things also, which are simply indicating for including the present and grandchildren and for including the children. So if we are robbing the present root node, then what we are doing, we are including this root value plus left not drop max and right not drop max. So this left not drop max and right not drop max would be having this value only, and this value is for that particular, like if we are having this 3, 4 and 1, right? So this left not drop max would be having the value of this one, means whatsoever value rob not max of this particular one would be having, it will be simply returned to 4 as left not rob max, and whatsoever value any child would which would be here, say 2. So here the value of rob, this particular rob not max, will be returned as right not rob max to 4. So this is how the values could be returned to a particular node, so that the present value could be included, and these values are simply the values of grandchildren, right? So it will be simply like this. Then comes the part for this particular rob not max. It will be simply including the values without the present node, that is only its children. That is when we are having this we are having this 4 and then 3, and here it was 3, right? Means it's root. So here left max and right max, when it is returned, basically left max would be 1 for this and right max would be 3 for this. So at this particular point, that rob not max value would be simply equals to 1 plus 3, that is equals to 4. So when it is at this particular point, so at this particular point the rob not max value is simply 4 and rob max value is also 4. So it will simply return maximum root, which is 4 only. So it will return 4 to its root node. So this is how things would be done in this. For more clarity, let me explain this few more examples. So I've already tried run with the particular example that I was giving earlier. So the code was So the code was simply like this, that whenever we are reaching, so we are having this 1, then 2, then 3, then 100, right? So it will go here, then here, then here, and then it will reach 100. When it reaches 100, then it will hit the base case, that is when it reaches null. So it will be simply at this particular point, this base case, and it will be simply returning as 0, right? So basically for 100, our left max would be 0, and when it goes here, then this right max function would be called. It goes here, then right max would be called, and when it reaches the base case, so that's why it will be returning this 0. So here 0 would be turned, so right max value for our 100 as root would be having 0 as value. So now comes the part of left not rob max and right not rob max. So for left not rob max, our value was not changed because of this base case only. So left it remains 0 only, and this also remains 0 only, right? So that's why both of them are having 0 value. But rob max, it is required to have the value of root, left not rob max and right rob max. So that's why it will be having the value 100 and then 0 and then 0. So it will be having total value of 100, and not max. Rob not max would be having the value of 0 because left max and right max, both of them are 0. So that's why it will be this. But out of them, who is maximum? That is 100. So 100 would be returned to 3. That is its parent caller. So it would be returned with 3. Means 100 would be returned to 3. Now 3 is having left max value as 100, as right max is already null, so it will be having that value as 0. So now 3 have left max value as, so our 3 is having left max value as 100, right max value as 0, but rob not max would be having the value as 100 plus 0 because left max is, because in case of 3, our left max is simply 100 and right max is equals to 0 in the case of 3. Now rob max value in case of 3 is 3 plus 0 plus 0, basically a root, then left not rob max and right not rob max. Because earlier in the case of 100, our rob not max value was simply 0. So that's why when this particular value is passed here, so in that case, it will be simply 0 only. So that's why here the left not rob max and right not rob max both are having 0 value and the root value. Then rob not max would be having the value as 100, that is left max, and right max 0. So our final value which would be returned would be 100. So here again the final value which is returned would be 100. Now it has reached this 2, but now as the stack is unwinding, so its right function would be called, that is right max. So now 2's left max was 100 and right max would be 4. Same as the case of 100, so 4 would be returning only 4. So right max is 4. Now rob max would be having value root value which was 2, its left max value which is 100, right max value, left not max value which is 100. How we came with the solution, how we came with the answer as 100 was because 3 was having left rob not max value as 100, right? This rob not max value was 100 in case of 3. So that's why here left not rob max value is 100 and then right not rob max value is 0. So that's why we are having this answer, and then not max is having the answer as 104. How it came? 100 and then 4. So it's 104. So like this only the whole tree would be covered with the values, and at the end we would be getting 118 as our answer. So basically, while doing this, our time complexity is simply order of n, because of because if we would be having something like skew tree, then we would be having height of order of n only, where n simply refers to number of nodes, and the space complexity is simply order of 1. But if we include the recursive stack, and then in that case, our time complexity would be order of n. So basically, this was all for this, and this is one of the best solution out of any solutions which are being mentioned, because it don't use any other extra space, and it is a simple recursive solution only, rather using some TP. So this was all for this question. Thank you.